Your gut is not just about digestion. It's your mood, your energy, your immune system, even your skin. And the truth is, a lot of people are trying to heal their gut while accidentally doing things that keep it inflamed, bloated, and miserable. So in this video, we're going to walk through 8 common gut mistakes that quietly ruin your health and what to do instead. I'll keep it simple, practical, and encouraging. This is general education, not personal medical advice, so always talk with your own doctor before changing your diet, supplements, or medications. Let's dive in. Have you ever woken up with a flattish stomach, and by the end of the day you look and feel like you swallowed a balloon? The bloating, the gas, the cramps, the brain fog, the skin breakouts, and then the frustration. You're trying fiber. You're trying probiotics. You're drinking detox teas. You're Googling best gut foods at 2 a.m. And still, your gut feels angry. If that's you, you're not broken. But you might be making some very common gut mistakes that no one ever explained properly. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 8 mistakes that can wreck your gut over time, and small, realistic steps you can start taking today to calm things down. Stay with me to the end, because the last 2 mistakes are the ones even healthy people make without realizing it. Before we jump into the list, let me make something very clear. I'm not talking to you from a place of perfection. For years, I had a stubborn, bloated, painful gut. I did everything I was supposed to do. I added loads of fiber overnight. I bought expensive probiotics from the store. I tried colon cleanses. I lived on low-fat everything because I thought fat was the problem. I was following popular advice, and my gut was getting worse. What finally changed things was understanding how the gut actually works. Your gut lining is delicate, like a thin layer of skin inside you. Your gut microbes, your good bacteria, are alive, and they react to what you feed them. Your stomach acid, your bile, your meal timing, they all matter. Once I stopped fighting my gut and started working with it, everything shifted. So let's talk about the 8 gut mistakes I wish someone had warned me about years ago. Mistake number 1. Forcing fiber on an inflamed gut. You've probably heard this. If your digestion is off, just eat more fiber. Sounds logical. Fiber is important. It feeds gut bacteria, helps with bowel movements, and supports colon health. But here's the part most people don't hear. If your gut lining is already irritated or inflamed, suddenly piling on tons of raw fiber can feel like rubbing sandpaper on an open wound. That's why some people add bran cereal, raw salads, and high-fiber bars, and within hours they're bloated, gassy, crampy, and miserable. It's not that fiber is evil. It's that your gut might not be ready for a big jump in rough, raw fiber. What this looks like in real life, you switch to a super healthy, high-fiber diet, your bathroom trips become painful or unpredictable. You feel more bloated than before. What to do? Instead, go gently, not aggressively. If you're eating very low fiber, increase it slowly over weeks, not overnight. Choose softer forms of fiber, cooked vegetables instead of big raw salads. Soups and stews instead of dry. Crunchy fiber, listen to your body. If something always causes pain or major bloating, that's feedback, not failure. And if you have conditions like IBS, IBD, celiac disease, or severe pain, you absolutely need to work with a healthcare professional. Don't try to fix that alone by forcing more fiber. Mistake number 2, believing probiotics and sugary yogurts will fix everything. Next mistake. Thinking probiotics are magic. We see ads everywhere. Restore your microbiome. Rebuild your gut with 1 capsule a day. Probiotics can be helpful, but there are some problems with how most of us use them. Many store-bought probiotics have low doses or strains that may not survive stomach acid very well. A lot of healthy yogurts are actually desserts in disguise, low-fat, full of sugar, flavors, and thickeners. We use probiotics like a Band-Aid, while our daily diet still hits the gut like a hammer. What this looks like in real life: you eat processed food all week. Then take a probiotic and a sugary yogurt and hope it balances everything out. Better approach if you tolerate dairy. Choose plain, unsweetened yogurt or kefir, ideally from good quality milk. Add your own fruit if you want sweetness. Consider including naturally fermented foods. If tolerated, a small amount of sauerkraut, kimchi, unsweetened kefir. Remember, probiotics support, but they can't outrun a diet that inflames your gut every single day. And especially if you have serious conditions or take medications, always check with your doctor before starting new supplements. Mistake number 3. Extreme colon cleansing and detoxes. This one sounds so appealing. Flush out toxins. Cleanse your colon. Clear waste that's been stuck for years. But your body already comes with an excellent detox system. Your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, your skin, and yes, your gut. When you do aggressive colon cleanses, strong laxative detox teas, or repeated colon hydrotherapy, you're not just flushing out waste. You can also irritate the gut lining, wash away helpful bacteria, disrupt normal bowel patterns. What this looks like, you feel temporarily empty after a cleanse, but a few days later, your gut feels more sluggish, not less. You need stronger and stronger products to get the same result, a gentler, smarter way support your natural detox systems with. Adequate water, gradually improving your diet, more whole foods, fewer ultra-processed foods, regular movement, enough sleep. If you truly suspect a toxin exposure or have serious constipation, that's a medical conversation, not a DIY cleanse. Problem. Mistake number 4. Misusing antibiotics. Antibiotics are life-saving medications. We're very grateful they exist, but they're often used when the infection is actually viral, taken just in case, stopped too early, used repeatedly over years. Without gut support, antibiotics don't just kill the bad bacteria. They also hit your friendly bacteria, the ones helping you digest food, make vitamins, and protect your gut lining. What this can lead to: diarrhea after antibiotics, more frequent gut issues, later overgrowth of tougher, more resistant bacteria. What to do instead? Only take antibiotics when they're clearly needed and prescribed by your doctor. Don't pressure your doctor for them. Never stop early just because you feel better, unless your doctor tells you to. Ask your doctor if there's a plan to support your gut during and after treatment. Sometimes that includes dietary strategies or probiotics when appropriate. Again, this is not about scaring you away from necessary medicine. It's about respecting the power of antibiotics and balancing benefits with long-term gut health. Mistake number 5, silencing heartburn without fixing the root. If you've ever had heartburn, you know how miserable it can be. So we reach for quick relief. Antacids, acid-reducing medications, long-term heartburn drugs. Sometimes for years, these can be very useful under medical supervision. But here's the catch. Many people never ask why they have heartburn in the first place. Often, heartburn is related to eating large, heavy meals late at night, carrying extra weight around the abdomen, lying down right after eating trigger foods, spicy, acidic, fried foods, alcohol, caffeine, smoking certain medications. If you shut down stomach acid long-term without working on these habits, you may affect your ability to digest protein, properly interfere with nutrient absorption, change your gut bacteria balance. Stomach acid is not your enemy. You actually need strong acid to break down food, kill harmful microbes, help absorb minerals, and B12. What to do if you're on heartburn medication? Do not stop it suddenly on your own. Always talk to your doctor. Ask, can we also work on the lifestyle triggers? Smaller meals in the evening, not lying down for at least 2 to 3 hours after dinner, reducing trigger foods, working on weight, stress, and smoking cessation, if relevant. Sometimes addressing the root habits can reduce how dependent you are on constant symptom relief. Mistake number 6, being scared of healthy fats and living on low fat, high carb, 19 to 21:30. For years we were told, fat is bad. Fat makes you fat. Eat low fat everything. So we swapped whole foods with natural fats for low-fat products loaded with sugar and starch. Your gallbladder and bile play important roles in digestion. Bile helps break down fats, keep bacteria in the small intestine under control, support absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. If you live on very low fat and mostly refined carbohydrates, your bile flow can become sluggish, your blood sugar may swing more, you may feel hungry all the time, your gut microbes may shift toward ones that love sugar and starch. A more balanced approach: don't fear healthy fats from olive oil, avocado, nuts, and seeds. If tolerated, fatty fish, eggs. If you tolerate them, reduce ultra-processed, low-fat products loaded with sugar and refined starch. Aim for meals that combine protein, healthy fats, and fiber from vegetables or whole foods, instead of big bowls of plain white carbs. This doesn't mean eat pure fat or follow an extreme diet. It means stop living in fear of fat and stop living on beige, low-fat, high-sugar foods. Mistake number 7. Balanced diet that is mostly refined carbs. You've heard this phrase. Just eat a balanced diet. Everything in moderation. The problem is, for many people, moderation looks like breakfast, cereal, juice, maybe a pastry lunch, sandwich, chips, soda snack, biscuits, sweets, sugary coffee dinner, big portion of white rice, pasta, or bread, maybe some veggies on the side. That's not a balanced diet. That's a high sugar, high refined carb pattern that your gut bacteria absolutely notice. Too many refined carbs can feed more sugar-loving, gas-producing bacteria, promote bloating, and discomfort affect blood sugar and inflammation, which also impact the gut's simple upgrades. You don't need to become perfect overnight. But you can swap some refined carbs for non-starchy vegetables, choose whole grains if you tolerate them. Instead of ultra-refined ones, include protein and healthy fats with meals so you're not just eating naked carbs. Cut down on sugary drinks and go for water, herbal tea, or unsweetened options. More often the goal isn't no carbs. The goal is better carbs in a better balance. If you have conditions like celiac disease or sensitivity to gluten, your choices will look different, and that's a conversation you must have with your doctor or dietitian. Mistake number 8. Never giving your gut a break. The last big mistake. Constant grazing and overloading the gut. Many people snack from the moment they wake up, eat late into the night, sip calorie-dense drinks between meals, add huge superfood smoothies on top of their regular meals. Your digestive system is working nonstop. It never gets a chance to fully clear and reset. For some people, especially those with bloating and discomfort, simply giving the gut longer breaks between meals can make a huge difference. This is the basic idea behind gentle time-restricted eating. Not eating all day and all night, having a clear window where you eat your meals, allowing a few hours before bed with no food so your gut and your sleep can improve. You don't need extreme fasting to get benefits. Even moving from constant snacking to 3 solid meals, avoiding late-night heavy meals, having 12 hours overnight with no eating, for example, last meal at 7 p.m., breakfast at 7 a.m., can be a significant step for many people. Of course, if you have medical conditions like diabetes, are pregnant, underweight, or have a history of eating disorders, do not change your eating pattern without professional guidance. Let's quickly talk about a few gentle supports that many people find helpful with their doctor's approval. Fermented foods. If tolerated, small amounts of sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, or yogurt. Colorful, plant-based foods. Berries, herbs, spices. Olive oil, cocoa, with little or no added sugar. These are rich in compounds that many gut microbes love. Movement. Walking after meals can help digestion and blood sugar. Sleep and stress. Poor sleep and chronic stress can hugely affect the gut-brain connection. Even sunlight exposure during the day, especially morning light, can help support your circadian rhythm, and your gut has its own clock too. Again, none of these override medical care. They are small, realistic tools that can gently support your body over time. Let's recap the 8 gut mistakes that quietly ruin your health. Forcing fiber on an inflamed gut instead of increasing it gradually, and choosing gentler sources. Treating probiotics and sugary yogurts like magic fixes while ignoring the rest of your diet. Doing extreme colon cleanses and detoxes instead of. Supporting your natural detox organs. Misusing antibiotics and not respecting their impact on your microbiome. Silencing heartburn with quick fixes without addressing triggers and habits. Fearing healthy fats and living on low-fat, high-carb processed foods. Calling a high-refined carb pattern a balanced diet. Never giving your gut a break. Constant snacking and overfeeding. You don't need to fix everything this week. Pick 1 or 2 areas that spoke to you the most. Maybe for you it's cutting down the constant snacking, swapping sugary yogurt for plain yogurt or kefir, cooking your vegetables instead of eating huge raw salads, talking to your doctor about long-term heartburn medication or frequent antibiotic. Small, consistent upgrades can calm your gut, clear your mind, and change how you feel in your own body. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe for more practical health education, and share this with someone who always complains about bloating but doesn't know where to start. Your gut is not your enemy. It's trying to talk to you. Let's start listening.